Vegas, baby! Watch this space! Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel all about Aoife. I'm Aoife and I'm coming to you from very sunny and very hot Las Vegas. So this is my Q&A that you guys have been asking for a long time now, and I'm finally getting around to do it. I'm finally getting the time to write down your questions and kind of go through them and yeah, get a list together of what I'm going to answer for you guys. So before I forget, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Please help me to get to 10k, and thank you guys so much for all your lovely comments. And when I was reading through all the questions and comments, there was some really nice, like really heartfelt comments in there, so thank you so much for subscribing, watching and sharing my videos and content. And I'm going to keep making more for you guys, and hopefully you will keep enjoying to watch them. Anyway, so let's get started. So I had loads and loads of questions that were quite in a similar kind of context, as in like, why did you start your YouTube channel, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel, and why did you decide to become a YouTuber? So if you see me looking down, it's because I have the questions below so I can go through them all. So I'm going to start off with that and kind of a general thing, and then I'll move on to like my favorite makeup, all those sort of questions that you guys asked, and hopefully I'll get through them all and not take too long either. So the first one, yeah, I decided to become a YouTuber. It was actually kind of like I had come back from 3 months in Santa Barbara. I kind of quit my part-time job. I was just finished my college degree. I studied health and society in DCU in Dublin. So I had gone on like a 3-month holiday visa to Santa Barbara in California, which was absolutely amazing. My boyfriend's auntie and uncle live over there, so we were with them as well, and we had such a great time. We came back to Ireland and we were kind of like, what are we going to do now? I didn't really know what to do. I didn't know whether to get a full-time job. I didn't know whether to do my master's. So I had a lot of time on my hands, and I was doing a lot of baking with my spare time, and maybe baking a bit too much and eating a bit too much. So I decided to start a YouTube channel to do like baking tutorials, because I really loved that. And after doing a bit of research, I found out that there were other people doing something similar and really successfully. So I built a set out of like 3 panels of wood in my garage. So what would you call that? And I'm trying to think, every time I think of like the Irish word, I'm always thinking of the American sense, because being in America right now, you have to kind of like alter your words as you go. So what would be the garage? Yeah, I think it's a garage where you store your car. That makes sense, because we call a gas station or a petrol station a garage at home in Ireland as well. So that's why I was getting a bit confused there. Sorry guys. Okay, so yeah, so I set up like this tiny little table. I had like a little tablecloth. I had all my baking equipment, and I brought my dad's like little camera, his little video camera that was from like ages ago. It was quite old, and I set that up, and I bought myself a tripod. That was my first kind of like investment in my YouTube channel. And I set that up, and the channel was called Little Miss Bake. So I have about like 10 videos on the channel, so you can check it out if you want, and you can see the cringy like first all about Aoife videos. So that's where I started. I put a lot of time and effort into it. They're my own recipes that I've kind of done over the years and really like developed as my own. So I really enjoyed doing that. And then because I did that, some other YouTubers, they were also local, you may know them, like they do Minecraft stuff. They contacted me and they wanted to bring me on and do another channel with me, exploring baking and DIY and arts and crafts and makeup and bits like that. So that's how All About Aoife came about. So I chose the name myself and kind of did a bit of brainstorming, and I thought just kind of alliteration and the All About Aoife. Somebody actually asked, one of the questions was, what's the story behind your name? So it just kind of like came about. It's something kind of catchy and everyone seemed to like it. So that's how the channel came about, and I started working alongside them and kind of seeing how they ran like a professional YouTube channel, which helped me then to kind of like spur me on. I was doing 4 videos a week at that stage, which was a lot, to be honest, because coming up with content, like getting everything ready and making sure that I was like presentable and happy with myself, editing, uploading, thumbnails, it was like a hell of a lot to do after doing like 1 baking tutorial whenever I felt like it. So but it was really great as well, and it kind of spurred me on to do more and more. And eventually I finished up working with them, and after about 3 or 4 months, and I just took the channel myself and went and did exactly what I wanted. I did a lot of baking tutorials, as you could check out, and then I kind of moved on to the fashion and the Primark and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's kind of where I started. It all started from being bored and loving to bake. So I'm hoping to get back to that one day, because I really do enjoy the baking. But I think the fashion is definitely more popular, and you guys seem to like that a bit more. So that's why I kept going with that. One of the other questions was, ooh, what videos do you like to post the most? So I suppose like at the moment it's kind of fashion. That's like my real like main thing. I've always like been obsessed with fashion, and especially pennies, or Primark as they call it in the UK. It's just one of those things. It's always where I shopped. That was actually another question, where do you shop? And to be honest, the answer is pennies. Like a lot of people, like I really do like River Island, Topshop, like all those kind of like other shops that are on the high streets. Of Zara obviously is like a main one. I really like that because they do kind of like classic pieces and investment pieces that you can have in your wardrobe for a long time, whereas Pennies is kind of like fast fashion. So when you go there, you're not expecting your €13 dress to last you like for 10 years. You're going to last for maybe the summer that you wear it, and then you can kind of get rid of it, and it's inexpensive. And Pennies at the moment are really like keeping up with the trends, and a lot of the stuff that you see in other high street stores for like 60 like euro or €40, you can get in Pennies for like €13, €15. Like they really like do a good copy of like designer-esque stuff as well, which is what I love, and they're just getting better and better at this, and they have so much stuff. So Pennies is like my go-to shop. If I can find something in Pennies, then I go to the others like Zara, and Mango is actually really good as well for that kind of like investment pieces. Like if you go into Zara and get like a €70 coat, and you might be thinking this is too much, I can get a €40 one in Pennies. The €70 one is probably going to last you like winter after winter after winter. So that is probably like, yeah, my top few shops would be like Pennies for the cheapness, and then Zara for like the investment buys. Another question that somebody asked was, what is the most challenging part about having a YouTube channel, and then what is the most exciting and fun style part? And somebody else asked, what motivates me? So I'd say the most challenging part is kind of coming up and creating like content that people really love to see. You know what, there's a lot of competition out there, so you kind of have to think outside the box and do what suits you, and if it's kind of your niche, and stick to that, and then hopefully it's going to work. Another challenging thing would probably be reading some of the negative comments. I unfortunately or fortunately don't get a lot of negative comments, which is great, but there are a few, and especially in the beginning when my channel was kind of taking off and I was working with other YouTubers, I kind of seen a lot of negativity because there was a lot more comments. So it's kind of hard dealing with that. You kind of read them, and then you think, oh, I'm not going to think about that, but then actually you do think about it. So now I'm kind of got to a point where I'm like, do you know what, I'll read them and I'll actually laugh about them, because that person doesn't know me personally, and to be honest I don't really care what they think, so they can write what they want. I think that's a good kind of message to go by in life, especially with all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. If the person doesn't know you and they're writing nasty things about you, like just forget about them. Even if they do know you and that you think that they're your friend, well, maybe they're not your friend if they're going to be writing nasty things about you. Like, people should be bigging you up rather than bringing you down, and if they do bring you down, just ignore it, rise above it. Like, you are a great person, keep doing what you're doing, and just do what makes you happy. And I think that's what the most important thing is. If you're doing what makes you happy, who cares what anybody else thinks? So that would be a challenging thing. An exciting thing is getting creative. Like, I did a lot of arts and crafts in my earlier YouTube videos and a lot of the baking, so I'm quite a creative person, so it's really fun. And obviously shopping is a passion. It's really fun just doing the things I love and getting such a great response back, and people actually like liking the content and sharing it, and other people who have the same interests as me, then we get to kind of like go off each other and talk to each other, and I get to like interact with new people that I never would have normally before. So that's a really great part of it. And so another good part as well would be just like getting to do something different. Like, it's kind of like a hobby as well. I do it on the side. I used to work full-time, and now I'm living the life in Vegas at the moment. I will get to that, don't worry, I will get to all that. And there's been a lot of questions about that, ask me why I'm moving, etc., or why I'm going away from Ireland. But yeah, it's getting to just do something different every day. It kind of just takes your mind off it. If you're sitting filming a vlog or doing a baking tutorial or arts and crafts or makeup, you're kind of just like blocking out the outside world. It's you and the camera, and that's kind of what I love as well. I'm getting asked as well a lot about aspiring YouTubers and like what would I say, like what I recommend if you're starting a YouTube channel. And I would just say, like, be yourself, find out what you are most passionate about, what you love the most, and do a channel about that. Like, and the more you are yourself, the better the channel is going to be, and the more people are going to respond. Like, starting off myself, I found it a little bit difficult because obviously you kind of put in front of a camera. It was my first kind of time, and it's hard to be yourself because you're kind of thinking, I should be more like this YouTuber or that YouTuber, they do it like this, they do it like that. Forget about that, just be yourself. And slowly but surely I kind of came around to that idea where forget about like trying to act like over extreme to get people to watch your videos. Just be you, and I think that that's really going to work for you, and people will respond to that. Another question that I just skipped over was what motivates me the most. And I suppose when I see the comments from all my viewers and subscribers and people like big me up and say like, keep going, you're getting to 10k, or like, love your video so much, or can't wait for the next one, that kind of motivates me to do more. And sometimes there can be periods of time where I'm slacking off and I kind of just get a bit lazy, and maybe I'm working and I don't have the time, and you know, because it is a lot, like I have to drive to the place, I have to do the vlog, I have to come home, I have to edit, upload, you know, it takes a lot longer than people may think. They just think she's going to the shop and bringing her camera. So when you're working full time, it was a bit difficult to do that as well. But definitely, if you can do it, why not try? And yeah, I suppose motivates me is just seeing all the comments and makes me want to do more and keep doing content. That's when I get a bit low and unmotivated. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for keeping me going through the tough times. I really do appreciate it. So I will get to the big question on a lot of people's lips. Why am I moving to Vegas? Why am I in Vegas? What is happening to me? So right now I am in Henderson, which is just outside the Las Vegas Strip. It's an absolutely beautiful area, and I'm here with my boyfriend. He plays poker, so one of the main reasons why we're here is so that he can play a little bit of poker and just live the lifestyle in the sunshine. And we're really loving it at the moment. The area is so beautiful, and the people are really nice. Although I would say one thing, I am missing the Irish people and the Irish crack, because every time over here, like as soon as I open my mouth and say something, people are like, oh my god, where are you from? Are you Irish? Are you Scottish? Are you English? Are you from the UK? I'm like, yeah, I'm Irish. And then the questions come like, why are you here? How long are you here? What are you doing? But yeah, they're really, really fascinated with Irish people. Like, we actually had this Uber driver who, after we got out of the car, she was like, I thoroughly enjoyed listening to your accents for the ride. So that was a bit unusual. I've never had anybody actually say that they've thoroughly enjoyed listening to the sound of our voices. So it's really weird, because when you're speaking over here, like, because we're speaking English as well as them, like, it just feels like you sound the same, even though you don't realize that you sound differently. So it's not till somebody kind of points it out to you, you're like, oh yeah. So like we like me and like I think other Irish people tend to say like cheers for like as in thanks, like, so it'd be like cheers for that or whatever. And over here obviously it's maybe like cheers with the glasses. So one time we were ordering a sandwich and this guy was like, oh, there you go, you can take a seat, like we'll call you when it's ready. And the two of us at the same time were like, oh, cheers. And he literally just started laughing in our faces. Like, we were like, okay then. So we're obviously like two aliens coming down. But yeah, so it's hard to get used to that living over here, and obviously the food and the weather is completely different, but we're really enjoying it. And I am just here to like vlog. My Instagram game is getting stronger, well at least I think it is, so you can check me out on Instagram. I'll leave the handle below here and in my description as well, so you can check it out after this video. I'm working on that, and also I have a really exciting project that I have just started. So it'll be coming onto the YouTube channel. I will be sharing it all with you guys, and it will be something that maybe you can buy. So a really exciting project. I'm getting my creative side back out, something that I absolutely love doing, and I'm so excited. I've wanted to do this for a long time now, so watch this space. So yeah, we're not staying here indefinitely. We have a 3-month visa, so we're going could be here for another month. So we're already here for about a month and a half. We're really, really enjoying it, as I said, but like, yeah, it's like 40 degrees Celsius some days, which is like unbearable heat. So it's not like you can even sunbathe every day. So we're just getting busy and working away, and yeah, hopefully we're going to travel for as long as we can. The next stop, we've actually booked Seville in Spain for like a month, so that's really exciting. So that's the next step off. We're actually going to Frankfurt for 2 nights, so we're going to explore. I've never been to Germany before, so can't wait to eat some Wiener Schnitzel, is that what it's called? Or bratwurst, and is it called Schnitzel or Wiener Schnitzel, or is it just Wieners and Schnitzels together? I don't know, but anyway, I'm interested to see what the Germans have to offer. And yeah, so we're going to be spending 2 days in Frankfurt and then go to Seville. And then from there, we really don't know. So that's why it's so exciting, because it's kind of like an open-ended trip. We don't know where we're going to end up. We're just going to explore as much of the world, but probably just like Europe and maybe a bit more of America if we can. Yeah, and actually that was another question that a lot of you asked, was like, where would you go in the world if you could, and where would you like to travel? And to be honest, the answer is like absolutely everywhere. Like, I can't wait to just see so much of the world. I feel like I've only seen like a tiny bit so far. So the next stop will be like a lot of Europe. I am dying to do like Sweden and like Norway and Iceland, but also like I want to do like Asia, and then like China, Hong Kong, and also New Zealand is another one that's on the list. But like, yeah, Dubai, like there's so many places that I actually want to go and see, even South America, and then of course loads of places in America. I'm dying to go to New Orleans and see a bit of like Texas and South Carolina and the South. I think that's going to be amazing. Can't wait to have the food. The food is like one of the main things that I think of when I think of traveling. I'm dying to go to Italy just so I can eat as much pasta and pizza as I can fit in. Drink a lot of Prosecco, a bit of limoncello. But yeah, anyway, so the answer to that is I want to go everywhere. But at the minute, the top of my list is a few places in Europe, which will be Italy, Switzerland, and then probably, yeah, maybe like Sweden would be the top of the list. So yeah, so hopefully I get to a few of those places. And David is dying to go to Iceland, and I really want to see the Northern Lights, so maybe on the way. But yeah, hopefully we're gonna travel around for Christmas. Who knows where we'll end up? You gotta watch this space again, watch this space. And yeah, I'll be keeping you updated. I'll do a lot more travel vlogs over here. I'm gonna do a vlog on the strip and show you guys around, show you a few places like happy hours and things like that. And hopefully we're gonna get to go to a buffet, because I cannot wait. The Vegas buffets are supposed to be insane, so I want to stuff my face at one of those amazing buffets. Yeah, and maybe I'll bring you guys as well, and if not, I'll just show you around lots of other good places to eat in Vegas. Yeah, so we're loving it. Vegas is amazing. I would definitely recommend anybody to come here. And if you're coming here for extended stay, Henderson or anywhere like south or east of the strip, really nice areas around there. So yay, travel more, travel more. What is another question somebody asked me? How many people are in your fam? There are 5 people in my fam. I have 2 brothers, one older, one younger, so I am the middle child syndrome. But yeah, my brothers are, I don't even know what age they are. I think one of them is going to be 29, so he's going to be 30 this year, and the other one is 22 or 23. So yeah, that's them, mom and dad, and don't really have much else to say about them. What else can I tell you guys that you've asked? Who or what is your style inspo? So probably like Olivia Culpo. She is just like the bomb. She has like sexy style, like classy style, sport style, street style. She's just like the package rolled into one. She's absolutely gorgeous as well. I love her Instagram. Who else would I say? Like J-Lo has just been killing it for years. Do you not think like she has never aged, and she just knows how to do that, like not mutton dressed as lamb. She knows how to be glam and elegant and sexy, but like at 40, which I think is like a goal for anybody in life. So I had to do a little battery change there because I was just chat so much the battery died, but I am back. So another question that you guys asked was, let me have a look. I have one in my head now, I'm after forgetting. Oh yeah, how did you become a model? So as well as doing my YouTube channel, I used to model as well. And it kind of all started for me when I was about like 15, 16. Well, I was always obsessed with modeling, and people used to tell me when I was younger, like, you should try modeling, you should be a model. And it was kind of something that like I wanted to do, but I wasn't very confident. Was actually is another question on the list. How did you become so confident? So it all kind of like ties into one. I did a competition when I was like 15 or 16. It was with an agency in Ireland called First Options, and it was like, oh, I forgot I left the aircon on. Just 1 second, I'll turn the aircon off. And we're back. That would have been a bit noisy after a while. Yeah, so they had a competition, and it was like all the people in Ireland could enter, and I got down to like the top 40 and then the top 10 in Ireland, and I did a competition and I had no idea. I had like a short like Rihanna haircut, like I had a long fringe and really short shaved at the sides. I had no idea what I was doing. They told me that my walk was good and I was like, okay, well maybe I could do something like this. They told me my hair was too short, that I wouldn't be very versatile in the modelling industry, and needless to say I did not win the competition or the contract, but that didn't stop me. I kind of like took a backseat, and you know, if I always wanted, I watched America's Next Top Model like all the time. Like honestly, I used to drive my brothers crazy because I watched so much of it, and Britain's Next Top Model as well, and I always wanted an Ireland's Next Top Model. So if there's any Irish like producers watching out there, get Ireland's Next Top Model going, okay? We deserve an opportunity as well. A lot of people had to travel to the Britain's Next Top Model to do it, and I just don't think that's fair. So anyway, that is just an aside. But yeah, so I started doing bits and bobs, and like it didn't really, like I wasn't really signed with an agency or anything, and then I decided to enter the Miss Meath competition, which is the county which I lived in, traveling right now. Yeah, and I won Miss Meath, which was just like blew my mind, because I entered the competition and I didn't really want to do it, to be honest. Like I did it, but I didn't want to do it, and I was nervous, and I said to my boyfriend, like, look, the night before the competition, I don't think I want to do this, and he was like, just do it, why not, like just go for it. So I was like, okay. So I wore like my Deb's dress slash prom dress for any Americans watching, and didn't buy anything new, just literally got up there, had no idea, had never watched any Miss World or Miss Universe stuff before, and I just kind of winged it, to be honest. And they said, yeah, like congratulations, you're the winner. And my mom and dad were there. I told nobody else that I was doing it, like none of my friends or anything. I didn't want anybody to know because I was just worried in case I lost. And my mom and dad like were the only people in the audience, and they were, I think, more shocked than I was. They were literally like, I've never forget their faces. Their mouths were literally like dropped. They couldn't believe that I had won, because I was always a shy, like unconfident girl, and they didn't think, like my mom said she was shocked to see me like with a microphone in my hand actually like speaking on stage. I think I shocked myself. Like I had no saliva left in my mouth at all when I was up there. Literally couldn't barely even speak, just did my best, and I ended up winning. So that kind of spurred on like the modeling thing, and also the confidence, because that was kind of the first step in kind of like taking me out of my shell and putting me in front of like a room full of people, putting a microphone in my hand. Like that is like, if that's not gonna like help your confidence, I don't know what is. So if anybody is thinking of entering any pageants or doing any competitions like that, I would definitely recommend it. Like if you're a shy person like I was, it's definitely gonna like bring you out of your shell. You're gonna meet new people, hopefully you're gonna make some friends. The girls can be so nice, and you're just gonna have fun. You'll get to get glammed up, you'll get to wear a pretty dress and walk down a catwalk or a runway, which I know a lot of girls would like to do. It's kind of like a dream for everybody, just to be a model for a day. And if you do a pageant, like you'll get to do that and you'll get that experience. So I would definitely recommend it, and it definitely helped me with my confidence, because from there then obviously I went on to do the Miss Ireland competition, and that was a whole different ball game, like a real eye-opener for me, because as well I was kind of so naive. Like I didn't really know what I was doing, didn't have much experience, but again I just kind of winged it. I ended up being in the top 5, so that was really great. Like I never expected to get that far. And then from that I decided that I wanted to do modelling, because from seeing other girls that were already in modelling agencies and other people in the industry came to the competition. So I persevered and I contacted a lot of agencies, and I did get a lot of like pushbacks and people who didn't want me to be part of their agency, which comes part and parcel with the modelling industry. So if you want to do something like that, you kind of have to take that into account, that people are going to say no. You're not going to be the perfect look for everybody, but there is going to be somebody out there that likes you, and if it doesn't happen straight away, then just keep going, you know what I mean? Like, but don't change yourself for anybody. Like don't lose like weight because somebody tells you you can only be a model if you lose weight. Just like be fit, be healthy, and just do you. And if it doesn't work, then forget about those people. But obviously at the time it's a lot more different than that. I think I was 18 when I did that, so I was a little bit insecure of myself, as I said, like not much confidence. So maybe that might have held me back. I think if I went maybe now, it would have been a different story. I would have been able to talk a lot better and kind of big myself up, you know, because at the end of the day, if you're a model, you kind of have to like sell yourself. Like you have to tell the agent that like other people are going to want you in the room, the hairstylist, the makeup artist, the the stylist themselves, the photographer. Like, you have to be able to be somebody that they all get along with, and makes everybody's job a lot easier. And you also have to have a good work ethic as well. You know, you have to be able to be on shoots for long hours, sit in uncomfortable positions, be poked and prodded. So that just comes along with it. But in the end, I did get signed with an agency, and it was actually the agency that I wanted to get signed with the most. So I was really, really happy about that. One of the best agencies in Ireland. So that was kind of like the best thing for me, because it was something that I'd always like thought about in my head. I always wanted it, and it happened for me. So I was really, really lucky in that way. I got to start working. I didn't work loads, but I did a lot of work. I got to try a lot of different things. I did TV shoots for magazines, and not so much catwalk though. I did a lot of pageants after that. I did Miss Universe Ireland, and then I did another Miss Ireland where I was first runner-up. So I was like this close, but it was absolutely great experience. And then again, I did Miss Universe Ireland, which is just at the top of its game at the moment. Brittany Mason has taken it over. She's an amazing lady, and the Miss Universe Ireland competition has just gone from strength to strength. So that was a really like great experience for me. And again, all those competitions, and every time I worked at a job in the modeling, through the modeling industry, it really, really helped build my confidence. Like, I didn't want to like go out there. Like, when somebody said like, you're going to be on the TV, like, I'm like, what? No, I can't do that. But the first time you do it, it's really scary. The second time you do it, it's really scary. The third time you do it, it's really scary. But the fourth time or fifth time, it's going to be a little bit easier. And it just kind of like, you don't have the dry mouth, you don't have like the palpitating heart, which is completely normal and completely a part of everything. If you're going to try something new and you feel like a bit fearful, I think that's great. Like, just step outside your comfort zone, do something new, do something that challenges you, and you will be really happy you did it in the end, and it will become so much easier. So yeah, that's kind of how I started with the modeling thing, and I really love it's absolutely like great job to do. You get to meet so many different people, you get to go all different locations, you're never in the same place like for too long. And you get to have your hair and makeup done, wear nice clothes, sometimes not so nice clothes. One thing people ask is, do you get to keep the clothes? And the answer is no. Maybe the influencers do, but not us models. So yeah, that's kind of me in the modeling thing. Another question, what is your favorite skincare product and brand? And there was also one in there about makeup. So my favorite skincare would be Image skincare. I'm using a lot of it at the moment. I think it's so nice. I'm using a variety of their products. They all smell amazing, they make my skin feel great. I have the Vital C serum, the eye serum. I use the Image sun protection, which is also a moisturizer, and then I use the kind of cleansing stuff. So I absolutely love that. And my favorite product would probably be the moisturizer, because it just feels really nice when it goes on, and then it definitely lasts all day. It's great for under makeup as well. And my favorite makeup product would probably have to be, it's really tough because when I was younger, MAC was the only thing. Everybody used MAC, that's all people knew was MAC. And then as I started to get a bit older and obviously work in the modeling industry and stuff, so you get to see a few more products. And now I've kind of come around to the idea, after trying a lot, that NARS is my favorite. So at the moment I'm actually wearing NARS foundation and concealer. I absolutely love the NARS range. I think it's so nice. The concealer is possibly the best concealer I've ever used in my life, and I've used a lot of concealers. I have broken veins on my skin, on my cheeks, so I used to have a lot of trouble covering them up. And as soon as I used the first swipe of the NARS, I was like, oh my god, where have you been all my life? And it's quite inexpensive as well. I think the foundation's maybe €40 and the concealer's maybe 30. So it's not that dear at all. Charlotte Tilbury is probably, I'm absolutely sweating here. Since I turned that aircon off, I'm like, that was a bad idea. Charlotte Tilbury is probably another favorite of mine, although she is a lot more expensive than the NARS, but the stuff is just fabulous. I have her lipsticks. I recently bought her eye, it's like a gel, kind of moussey, I don't know what you'd even call it. It's a shimmery eyeshadow thing, and it's amazing. Her Wonder Glow is fab. I've used a sample of that, I haven't actually bought it. And then also her mascara, my lashes look like fake eyelashes just by putting on mascara, and I've never had that feeling with mascara ever before. So I definitely recommend her, and I'll definitely be investing in a few more pieces, because I feel with her as well, they last a long time. It's not something you're going to use every single day, so they're more investment pieces. And bought a few bits in Sephora, so we will be filming a Sephora thing for you guys. You can keep an eye on the channel. I don't know why I keep doing it, watch this space. Keep an eye on the channel for that as well. So yeah, that is probably like my makeup and skincare go-tos at the moment. What else can I tell you guys? What to say? What is your fave pennies? So probably Blanchardstown Shopping Centre is where I used to always go, like as a kid with my mum, and then when I got a bit older, me and my friends would get the bus there from Ashburn and we would go to the pennies in Blanchardstown. It's my closest one. It's the one I jump in the car and go to all the time to film my vlogs. Absolutely love it. It's probably my go-to. The pennies in the Pavilions is really good. It's really big as well in Swords. And then obviously Mary Street and the one on O'Connell Street, but O'Connell Street is a bit smaller, but Mary Street is like, yes please. Not a big fan of Dundrum, it's good, but not my favourite for some reason. So yeah, that's my favourite Primark / pennies. But I'm really excited to go to the one in Birmingham in the UK, the world's largest Primark. I did go to one in Manchester, but I wasn't actually vlogging at the time, which I'm devastated about, because I would have loved to film that for you guys, because it is so big. Like, we were literally blown away by the size. I think we probably spent like 3 hours in the place, and then we realized that we only had like those carry-on suitcases, so we actually couldn't bring much home, so it was kind of pointless. Okay, so 2 more things left, and then I will finish up for you guys. What are my goals for 2019 and what is my views on body shaming? So that was kind of the most like jump out questions that I got asked, but it is a really important issue, especially today with like social media and stuff. Do you know what? Everybody is beautiful in their own way. We should never shame anybody for being too skinny, too big, too curvy, too bony. Each to their own. If you feel happy and comfortable in your body, then that's great. If you want to lose some weight, lose some weight. If you want to gain some weight, gain some weight. If you can't gain some weight, doesn't matter, okay? Like, just do you and forget about everybody else. And the people that are body shaming, they're obviously just jealous, or they just feel insecure in themselves. Like, I really wouldn't worry about anybody else. It should not be a thing that's happening, because there's so many different people in the world, there's so many different beauties in the world, and I think that's what makes the world a great place, that no 2 people are the same, no 2 people look the same, and we should all just kind of embrace that and love each other a bit more and support each other a bit more. And I love when girls support girls, because it seems to be happening a lot more, but sometimes it doesn't happen, and other girls tend to bring girls down, and it's not a good look. Do you know what? We have the men bringing us down, we have inequality in society, so just start bigging each other up and supporting other girls. I think it's great when you do see it. So they're my views on body shaming. It shouldn't be happening, and we should all just support each other and love each other more, because the world is a nasty place, and the more we spread the love, the better. Finally, finishing on a positive note, what are my goals for the rest of 2019 is what I was asked, and really exciting. My goals are to travel more of the world, see a lot more new places, which I know is going to happen and is happening right now. So that's like one thing I can half tick off the list. Another thing is to get my exciting new project going, get it out there, get people seeing it and enjoying it and hopefully buying it. So that's a really exciting new thing, and I'm so excited to launch it and have you guys see it as well. And that is one of my goals, and to become independent and self-employed and work from my own schedule, which I think is kind of like a dream for everybody. So I'm going to do it. Why not? Like, life is too short and there's nothing holding me back right now. Another goal, what else would my goal be? Just to do a lot more YouTube and do a lot of more things that I really feel passionate about and enjoy, like travel, big up my fashion game a bit more, and I'm putting a lot more time into my Instagram as well. So to see that thrive, as well as my YouTube channel, and to get to 10k on both would be absolutely amazing. So please do check out my Instagram. As I said, I'll leave everything below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, guys, and help me get to 10k. They are my goals for 2019. Goals! I feel like I like a dab there, but I didn't actually mean to do it, but I'm just gonna keep doing it. And maybe like learn how to floss. That would be learn how to floss. I still haven't mastered it yet. I know I'm a bit like behind in the game there. No, but yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this Q&A vlog. If you have any more questions, would like to see another Q&A like this, or any suggestions for further content on the channel, more videos or vlogs that you'd like to see, please do not hesitate to let me know. Again, thank you all so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and all the love, and I'm giving lots of love back to you guys right now. Don't forget to keep watching, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you again real soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Lots of love from Vegas, baby. It's Vegas. Las. What are you doing next? Vegas.
Arby's. We have the meats.
David likes Arby's. Okay, so that's it guys. Bon voyage.